Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode number 79 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Just getting started here in my Thaumcraft age. I made a little bit of a change here, just knocked this cable off because I want to change something up. I think I have a better way to produce Taint even faster. Now, last episode I was using this thing and I was hoping to get this guy to produce a lot of Taint for me, but he just wasn't working as well as I had hoped. So I'm going to have to instead go ahead and do things a little bit differently. So let's try and make it dawn. I don't know why my dawn stones aren't working, but oh well, I'll figure that out in a few minutes here. I'm going to go sleep through the night and then come back with a more efficient way to get Taint going in this age. It's going to have to use a different crucible. Alright, so I've got all this cool stuff going on here. I picked up my Thaumium crucible because this thing's really a lot more efficient about producing Vis rather than Taint. As you guys probably noticed, we are producing a lot more Vis than we were Taint, which is fine. But the reason I was using the Thaumium crucible is I was planning more to get the Taint from this guy. And that was kind of just to be an alternate method of producing Taint just as fast. But instead, I'm going to go ahead and pull out some iron here. Let's get some of this stuff out. And make myself another one of these crucibles, but instead of a Thaumium crucible, I'm going to go with a standard one. Now, standard crucibles are way less efficient. They produce more Taint than your, the Thaumium one that I was using here. So let's do this. We'll get this stuff going. Cauldron's ready. Cobblestone 2 to make a furnace. And then I just need one of these guys. Earthen crystal will work for me because that does seem to be the more common ones that I'm getting. And we'll make a standard crucible. Cool. And I'm also, since I'm here, going to grab myself a bit more obsidian. Hopefully that's enough. And head off in this direction. And I also might want to go and do one more other little interesting trick that I have up my sleeve, just to make this thing really start producing some massive Taint in this area. You ready? Alright, we'll get that going in just a minute. For now, I want to switch a few things up. Yeah, this is alright the way it is. For now. We'll see. I might want to switch this. But let's get this guy placed back down. Now, like I said, this thing is going to burn items a lot less efficiently. So let's get up there and start dropping it in. The other thing is it will start releasing Taint into the atmosphere, especially if we overfill this thing. So let's see what happens. If I knock this conduit off here, it should overfill this little area. We'll see what happens in just a few minutes once it fills up. And any Taint that does overflow is going to spill out into the atmosphere and real quickly start driving up the Taint level. It's like all kinds of bad stuff is about to happen. Also, we just broke Taint level number 4,000, so we'll see what happens when that occurs as well. Here we go, raising Taint levels. It should start. You'll see a little effect where it spills over the edge of the tank. And then watch my Taint numbers when that happens. Here we go, filling up, and look at that, it really started spiking. As it spills out over the edge, all the Taint dumps out into the atmosphere that much quicker. Interesting. But that's alright, we're going to use our Vis conduit here and let this stuff keep spilling out, and all the Taint's going to get collected there and pumped out more. And next, what I want to do is really kick up the way this Taint gets produced. So you ready for this trick? Here's an idea that I've got. Alright, so we're producing all these diamonds, and I could use a bit more diamonds than I currently have, but you know what? I have a better idea. How about we do this? Let's get out some more wood here than I currently have. And do the following. If I make myself a redstone engine, which is just going to require a piston, of course, real fast. There we go. And then we'll get the gears we need. Glass, and the piston. Perfect. And then I place down a wooden transport pipe with my redstone engine and some cobblestone transport pipes. What I could do is probably the following. I could run this line up here and over this way, and right through here. And this guy we can connect up to, I think I want to knock this off. See you later. Don't really need that anymore since we're not using the other thing. And probably want to break through here. And I know, wrong tool. Go ahead, yell at me. There we go. Just connect this guy up like so. Cool. So now what we have is a way to automatically take all the vis that gets produced from this system. It's going to get pumped into the tank. The tank is going to convert the vis into diamonds, and then by applying a redstone signal here, which I'm going to do right now, we should start pumping our diamonds out of the duplicator and into the crucible, where they're going to get converted. Half of their value of stuff is going to get converted to vis, and half of it's going to get converted to taint. So that looks pretty neat. Why don't I also, just for fun, because I probably have some stuff in here. Where's my orange bag? Do I have any just regular old gold pipes? If I do, yeah, I do. That's nice. Turn this off for a moment. I'm going to switch these guys up to gold pipes real fast, just because it'll be nice. So let's just get a redstone, just to make it, you know, a little bit better. There, that's perfect. Ta-da! Now we should have some serious production of taint. So basically, half of this block, this piece of diamond here, is going to get converted into vis and the other half to taint. And then what's going to happen is all the vis that gets converted is going to get turned back into a diamond, and then half of that's going to get converted into vis and taint. And what we'll wind up having in the end here is just all the stuff is going to get turned into taint. How neat is that? So it's just a cycle, and eventually we'll use up all the vis, so there just won't be any vis left. I think that's going to work out rather well, actually. Seriously. So we've got a massive amount of taint buildup going on in our chunk here. Serious business. I did kind of want to be here when the first bits of taint start showing up, but I haven't seen any showing up just yet. So maybe give me a little bit more time, and we'll see what happens. Oh, and do note that the redstone engine is smart enough not to pull the diamond out of this block. I'm sure the duplicator is set up so that you can't pump items out of the left-hand slot of this device. Cool. I just wanted to show you guys the massive amount of lava that I'm using in this age to produce all kinds of obsidian. Yeah, serious amounts of obsidian. And the lava pools are really getting sucked up fast. Alright, let's go back inside and see how it's going. I want to get a handful more of obsidian. That looks like a decent amount, right? Oh yeah. So let's turn this thing off and turn this thing off. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Now, I did have another idea for another nice way to automatically produce tons and tons of vis and or taint. Let's head back to the Age of Magic real quick. And I'm going to see if teleport pipes are going to work in this age. Not a bad idea. I'm going to need a few more items here, but that's okay. We should be able to handle it. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, let's go outside real quick. And I'm probably going to need my portable hole here, so we'll deal with the iron pipe in a bit. Over this direction, all the way back down here to this guy. You starting to get any taint yet? Nope, not yet it would seem. But we'll get there, don't worry. Right here, I'm going to connect up an iron pipe real fast. Iron transport pipe. Okay, we want the things to go up, so that worked perfectly. I'm going to put a teleport pipe here. I'm going to call this frequency 100, and we'll call it taint. Perfect. Can receive true. Taint. Add. Cool. That looks good. So frequency 100 can receive true. Let's head off back in this direction. Now we were producing a bunch of items automatically earlier in this episode, or a couple episodes back, weren't we? Oh yeah, you can see the direction I'm heading. Right over to here. Perfect, all kinds of goodies. What if we were to start pumping this stuff out? Well, shouldn't be too hard. Just need this guy, and another teleport pipe set to frequency 100 with can receive false. So taint, frequency 100, one connected pipe, can receive false, should only now have to apply a redstone signal and be good to go. So let's give that thing a shot next. And what this should wind up doing for us, basically, is automatically producing a bunch of materials with our farms that can instantly turn into taint. So let's let that guy run. It's going to take a little bit for him to speed up, but that shouldn't be a problem. And all the items should start making their way off in this direction. Let's see where we're at. And I can start getting my void ring and everything put back where they belong to. Hey look, everything's starting to show up over here. Perfect. Maybe if I really wanted to be fancy about it, I could put another gold pipe. Shouldn't really be necessary per se, but can't hurt. Gold pipe, where are you at? Golden transport pipe. Perfect. maybe put this guy, I guess right here is as good a place as any. There we go. Nice. And another redstone signal, of course. I wonder if I can place a lever right on the pipe. I don't know if I've ever tried that. Nope. That's okay. We're not going for aesthetics here. There we go. That should really help speed things up. So now all the stuff that we produce in our farms over there is also going to get turned into vis and taint, and then get recycled into diamonds that get turned into more taint. Perfect. I guess the only thing left is to turn our farms back on. I think I turned them off because I had enough items, but now I'm going to need more. So, farm lever on. Start harvesting resources. There it all goes. Nice. You're going to harvest the all that stuff, and then of course replant everything. Maybe I want to do one little change. I got an idea here. Let's get that out of there. I don't want this thing to take seeds out, so instead of using a standard wooden pipe, I'm going to put some of this away while I'm at it, but I want to use an advanced wooden pipe. And open the interface here and say these items are excluded. There we go. I don't know how that sugarcane got in there, but weird. Alright, so these items are excluded and seeds. So the only thing that should get pumped out now is everything but seeds. So we should start harvesting this wheat next, right? I would imagine. There it goes. Yep, see it skipped the seed stack. Perfect, because we do want this thing to replant the seeds. We don't want any seeds to get pumped out. Now granted, we'll eventually fill up this chest with seeds after a long period of time, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. Alright, back down into here to collect our obsidian that we got. Should have a handful of the stuff ready to go. Now, the only minor issue you could maybe say about this little design that I've got here is it's not easy to throw items into your crucible once you want to. Let's zip down here and see what happens. Alright, that shouldn't be too big of a problem to fix. Let's do this. We should have in our orange bag here more cobblestone piping, right? Yep. We'll just do that. No, probably that. Perfect. That's going to be a little bit better for us. Now I can drop items directly in here. Like so. Tons of stuff. Look at it all go. Doesn't even know what to do with all those items. Now it's going to probably start overfilling pretty soon and our taint level is going to spike. So I'll be back when that's ready to happen. Alright guys, we're getting a pretty decent amount of taint level here, but I did want to tell you I just knocked off that thing. It wasn't keeping up quite as well with all the resources I was throwing at it, so I'm still going to feed these guys manually. I'm not just going to dump a bunch of stuff in there. So we'll let the obsidian cook some more, and like I said, I'll be back once I've got some taint growth. Well guys, I burned up a ton of obsidian in here, and you can see that my taint level has gone up pretty significantly, and there's a ton of taint left in these tanks here, the storage tanks, to get filtered out into the atmosphere. Now if I really wanted to, I could probably just break this tank and see what happens. Watch my taint level. Whoa boy, that's a lot of taint. That's right, if you break a taint, it will immediately release all taint into the atmosphere. So maybe, boom, break that one as well. Oh boy. I think we're starting to get to the problem stage of taint levels, I would imagine. So let's see if we start to see any taint stuff starting to happen or some effects here. Maybe one more assistance? Oh boy. Yep. Now I'm standing in a different chunk, by the way, at the moment, so that's why the taint level seems to have dropped. But it's going to, you know, spread out to the surrounding chunks. Don't forget that that does happen. So let's come back in a few minutes when hopefully some of the taint effects start to show up. And by the way, I'm going for broke here a little bit, and I want to grab just a few blocks of diamond, like 9. Maybe just start tossing a few of these in here as well. Oh yeah, some serious overflow. Looks like a lot of the taint that was produced here, by the way, got spread out into surrounding chunks. Because it quickly dropped. Interesting. I didn't know it spread that quickly. Come on, taint levels. Let's go. Alright guys, I have a new plan. I'm going to steal some of the Vis out of the atmosphere and then convert it into Taint. This should be even better. So I've got a bunch of stuff ready to go here. Let's do this. Now the Vis condenser, as you know, 3 enchanted wood and some of this stuff. So let's just get this in here. We'll get this. And then, oh, I needed some crystals. I forgot to grab them. 6 more ought to do. I think that sounds like a good number. I'm going to need just a handful of things here. Vis condensers. Woot! I'm going serious hardcore into trying to get this Vis stuff going on, but I think we'll have a good time with it. Alright, so plenty of Vis condensers here. I should probably make some quicksilver cores and all that stuff too, just to really help stuff out. So maybe I'll make those real fast. I'm going to do them off camera because you've seen that enough. Alright, much better. So, I already grabbed the 3 of them that I had in my other room. Now I'm going to head over here and add to this collection here. You can see a bunch of them already running and trying to drain some of the Vis out of the atmosphere. I think the Vis level in here is a little bit too high for what I'm trying to do. So let's break this thing down. Maybe even grab from here, number 6. Where is my axe of the stream? Just chop down this tree, please. Perfect. And I'm just going to run some more conduits, like, I don't know, maybe break this thing off. I might want to just, I'll leave that there the way it is, that's fine. And just run a few of these like so. There we go. And then we're going to want our upgrades. So this is going to be my way of really trying to get this stuff converted. Alright, and then quicksilver cores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And we're going to want a few of these guys set up. That ought to do. And a few of these guys set up. And just throw this stuff into here. And now all these Vis condensers should start pulling Vis out of the atmosphere at a pretty solid speed. And then it's going to, what I'm going to do now, basically, is I'm converting it directly into Taint. Remember, it's always pure Taint you're going to get out of the atmosphere. So look what's happening. The Taint level in the atmosphere is dropping rapidly, and it's all getting sent straight over to here. What's happening? Well, it's instantly being turned into diamonds, which is then getting dropped into, well, nothing at the moment. I need to put my crucible back in position right here. Ta-da! Now the diamond should get pumped out and sent along the pipe directly into the crucible, where it'll get converted into Taint. Ta-da! Sweet. Alright, if this isn't going to taint my environment, I don't know what will. I'll be back in a few once I'm ready. Alright guys, a little bit more changes I want to make here. I've been letting this thing run for a while, a lot of Vis being produced and then converted into Taint and all that. So my Taint levels are definitely starting to be altered. Now what I want to do is combine a dark magic combination here. And let's see what this thing winds up doing for us. What it should do, if I check with my crystal ball, is you can see some things starting to happen. This seal causes the Vis and Taint within a chunk to cancel each other out, and the process does cause a Taint charge. So what should start to happen is we should really start pulling a lot of Vis down. It should start, you know, destroying it, and the Taint should start kind of going up but also down a little bit at the same time. So I'm going to put a few of these here within this, you know, chunk right here. So we're definitely within the chunk boundary. You can see the numbers aren't changing. And maybe put down a couple more. Let's put them down like this. Here and here. Dark magic. Dark magic. Hey, what happened to it? I didn't want to do that. Yeah, no effect. I didn't think so. Where's my thingy that changes stuff? There we go. Wand of reversal. I only had one magic essence, that's why. Alright, that's fine. 2 of these might help out. So you can see the Vis level continuing to drop, the Taint level continuing to rise, and the seals here are producing even more Taint. So really, hopefully, at this point, we should start having a serious increase in the amount of stuff happening in this chunk. And I'll be back once we start to see some effects. While I'm waiting for some obsidian to get generated, I happen to get a purebred demonic drone here. Cool. And here's my princess. Let's see what she's got going on. So I didn't get a purebred princess. Oh well. But it's fiendish demonic, so that's cool. Hopefully combining the fiendish demonic with the purebred demonic drone will get me eventually a purebred demonic queen, and then I'll be in good shape. So for right now, we've got a crossbreed, but that's alright. wanted to pop over and just show you that little bee progress. I haven't been keeping up with my nether bees because I'm rarely actually in the nether, but I've been letting this obsidian generator run for a bit, and while I was here waiting for the obsidian to show up, I got some bees going on. So I figured, hey, that's cool. Alright, I'll be back in a few with some more obsidian. Alright, been burning up a bunch of items. I've got almost 3 full tanks of taint here. Let's break them all at once. Hopefully that'll really release a lot of taint into the atmosphere, and maybe we'll start getting some taint build up here. I dare to dream. Hey, there's some tainted ground right now. Finally! Looks like we might finally have liftoff. Let's see how right we are. Alright, few specks of tainted ground starting to crop up. I'm going to wait a few minutes and then come back and see if we get progress. Oh yeah, starting to get more taint effects happening here. Alright, now I'm getting excited and pleased. This is what I was after. Hopefully this stuff will start spreading for real soon. Oh yeah, we're definitely getting some serious taint corruption going on now. That's what I was after. And I did also, by the way, come up with an interesting way maybe to auto-feed this system and maybe make it even more efficient about, you know, pumping out beasts and doing some fun things. How about I run over to my age, the overworld, and, or you know what, maybe I don't even have to go over there. I might not. Yes, let's head over this direction, head back right here, and keep an eye on this stuff. I have an interesting idea. What I've discovered is that I might have a way using equivalent exchange and Thaumcraft together to really go nuts on this whole beast thing. And I've discovered it through ender pearls. It seems like ender pearls are worth quite a lot of beasts, about as much as a diamond, but a diamond is worth much more EMC than an ender pearl. So if I wanted to, I could convert the diamonds into ender pearls and then use them to create the tainted area. And I'm not too upset about doing that. I don't think that's like cheating or overpowered or anything, because really my goal is to do some negative things like, you know, create this whole tainted area. So I'm really looking to get the taint level super high so it can look really cool in this age. So that's what I'm going to set up right now, is just grab out of my little thing here. Let's see, what do I got? I should have the ability to get an alchemical chest, 4 diamonds, and maybe a couple other things. I need some obsidian, which is probably best gotten over here. Oh, overshot it. There we go. Let's grab 4 obsidian and craft up for myself this thing. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to work or not, but I might have a way around it if I do run into the problem I might run into. But we'll see. For now, let's run over here again. Ta-da! And lay down my energy condenser right here, let's say. Okay, energy condenser there. And I'm going to need a wooden pipe, and I want to target an ender pearl. So that's what I'm going to do next, is just sneak into here and steal 1 ender pearl out of my Klein star. You can see my Klein star is getting rather low. I'm going to target this guy, and the next thing I want to do is set up, thanks to my alchemy bag, I thought I had a redstone engine in here, maybe not. It's alright, I'll craft one real quick. Just give me some iron and redstone, and I'll be good to go. Where is my gray bag? There it is. Redstone and iron. Cool. Okay, so iron, redstone, wood, cobble. So you can hear that thing producing diamonds over there, right? I think this is going to work out in my favor. I hope I'm right about this, but I think it will. Okay, redstone engine. We'll put this guy to a wooden transport pipe here. All I really need to see is, will this thing do what I expect it to do? So let's put this guy back down here. And you can come over here, my friend. Now, are you going to pump out the ender pearl up there? Hopefully he doesn't. So you can see what's happening is I'm producing ender pearls and shooting them over. And I should put my cobblestone transport pipe right back here. And maybe even get the gold stuff back as well. Where's my golden transport pipes? Should be some. There we go. Sweet. I just want to pull everything out of here for a moment. I want to make sure that it doesn't pull that one out of the target slot. Oh good, the target slot's not getting pulled out of. Perfect. I think it used to do that, but not anymore, so I'm happy. So once these guys really start picking up speed, what's going to happen is it's going to produce diamonds with the vis that it gets from here. And the taint, of course, is going to go and get pumped out into the atmosphere. And then all the diamonds that get created can be converted into ender pearls, thanks to my alchemical chest, and then sent off in this direction. So let's go ahead and make sure we've got a redstone signal on this guy as well. Much better. And you can see I applied some redstone signals on these things to turn them off so that they're disabled. I might even, like, you know, get rid of them now, because I don't think I really need that anymore. How about I go sleep through the night, and then I'll be back to check out how this tainted forest turns out after a little bit of time has passed. Alright, more taint in our tanks to break. Wow. Remember, that's kind of like the quick way to release taint into the atmosphere once you have a good surplus, but the filters also keep it steadily going. And look at all this taint. Oh yeah, this area is going to get corrupt pretty quickly now. This is a serious automation we got going on. I'm loving it. And you know what now, guys? I'm starting to have an issue with the ender pearls keeping up. They're not being burned quick enough because that thing's a slow burner. So let's throw down this guy and we'll have, we'll just let it be random. Doesn't matter. No, that's not going to work, is it? We'll probably want it to be like this. And then probably like that. Nope, that's not going to work either, is it? You know what I can do? Move this guy down here to here, and then we'll put the thaumium crucible like that. Marvelous. Much better. So, you know, it'll be random which one it goes into, but that's fine. Sometimes it'll go in there, sometimes it'll go in there, but, I mean, statistically speaking, it should average out to about 50-50. But it'll be random, like I said. So, neat. Now we're really cooking with gas and producing lots of taint. Look at our taint value in the chunk. It has a 20% chance of increasing. That's nuts. Alright, now I've got about 3 tanks full of taint. Let's break them all. Waha! Tons of the stuff spilling everywhere. Now, of course, it's going to balance out, like I said, with the chunks around it, but hopefully that'll really help the taint growth right around here. You can see we're already starting to get some tainted leaves, some tainted wood, which is going to be useful for me eventually, and hopefully it'll really start spreading. So that is pretty cool. And it does look... Ooh, I got something here. What'd I get? Tainted branch. Cool. Nifty. I like it. So far, so good. Alright, now I'm going to try and chop down one of these tainted trees here. I'm going to try the axe of the stream and see what it gets for me. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm going to be able to collect some tainted wood. That's nice stuff. I like it. Oh yeah, definitely got a lot of the tainted wood. It's still got some more to corrupt, but that's fine. Tainted wood is one of the things I've been wanting to collect here. And since this thing really doesn't fit in this place, I'm going to probably chop this down as well. But let the rest of the wood get corrupted. And I wonder if I just place down regular wooden logs, if they would get corrupted too. That is a good question that I'm going to test right now. Yes, I like that plan. So let's just get, you know, where's our ender pouch here? This one. Yep, that's it. I'm going to throw probably something in there that I don't need to hang on to at the moment, like my vis condensers, and get myself just some regular old wood. Let's get about 16 of them. That sounds like a nice round number. I'm just going to start placing them all around this tainted chunk. And hopefully they'll get... Oh yeah, look at that. It already happened. Nice. That's what I want to see. We can now get ourselves some tainted logs, which is going to be really useful in about a minute when I show you guys what this stuff can do. So let's head back to our base. And I'm going to need just a couple neat little things. Let's see. Where are we at? I need my portable hole to get down inside here. And I'm going to need some tainted crystals. Probably about 6 of them. Sounds like a nice number. Okay, if I place them into my dark infuser with a tainted log, and I'm going to need some alumentium as well, so I'm going to need to make more of that eventually. I think it's the dark infuser here, and I hope this is the right recipe. Oh, look, something's happening. Dun 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 dun. This is a brand new item from Thaumcraft called the Totem of Dusk. You guys know what the Totem of Dawn does, right? It increases the vis value of a chunk. Well, what do you think the Totem of Dusk does? It increases the chance for taint production to happen automatically. So now I can start laying out my Totems of Dusk around that chunk to help increase the taint growth even more than it was before. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I might even start throwing them around elsewhere in this age, because I'd really like a seriously massive amount of taint in like a big old area. But for now, we're going to start increasing it. Oh wow, look how quickly it converted all that wood. Perfect. Laying it out flat like that too, I think, was a big help. So I can go just get some more elementium and whatnot and be in good shape. Oh, this is cool. So now we should start getting a chance to increase the taint value. You can see like the percentage down the bottom left really bumped up a bit once I place down these totems of the dusk. And they'll also forcibly cause taint generation to happen in the immediate vicinity. So that is neat. I'm liking it so far. Probably going to want to get a few more of those. I'm going to need some more tainted crystals, but I'm not going to worry. That should be easy to handle. If I just chop this stuff down, perfect. I have to go repair these items eventually. Goodness. So I can get myself, oh yeah, look at that. I got about 16 tainted logs. Beautiful. I'm going to go make some more alimentium, some tainted crystals, and then I'll be back in a few. And as you guys recall, it's redstone and coal for alimentium, and then alimentium, tainted crystal, and tainted logs. Sweet. Alright, let's start placing some of these things around here. Ta-da! Way more totems. And I'm keeping them inside the same chunk that's already getting corrupted, but now I think I might want to start corrupting neighboring chunks as well. So let's place a couple around here like this. I don't know exactly where I want to place them, but looks like it might be fun just to place a few around and see what they do. So like I said, they should start forcibly increasing the taint in an area. Yep, look at that. The taint percentage is just bumped up to 2. It's going to also forcibly cause some taint on the ground around them. So that is pretty neat. Oh yeah, look at that. Already starting. Cool. So we'll let these totems do their work. Let it kill a little bit of time. And then how's this doing over here? Oh yeah, another massive amount of beasts. Sweet. Taint, time to kill you. Oh yeah, just bumped up the taint level over 10,000. I know, I'm supposed to say over 9,000, but it was over 10. Sorry. Oh yeah, and look at this thing. This is way overloaded. Ha! It's overflowing. There's tons of ender pearls in there. I feel like I should probably turn off the redstone engines or something. Maybe I'll turn one of these guys off. I don't know which one. But yeah, we're like really overloading the taint in this place. Awesome. Oh, we got one of these thingies, did we? This thing actually spews taint into the air. I think it generates its own taint. It counts as an enemy, so they're pretty nasty. You don't want to get caught in the taint cloud if they do spew it out, because it will poison you. See? There's the stuff. Neat. Stay away from it when it spits out like that. Trust me, it's nasty. Oh yeah. What's going on here? Wow. Taint dripping out of the bottom of the tree. Nice. That's kind of cool looking. So yeah, serious massive taint corruption. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let this run for a little bit off camera, and then I'm probably going to have to come back next episode to finish up that railway that I wanted to run through here. I'm going to have to, you know, see how far the taint spreads, because I don't think it spreads as far as we think it does. I think it's really going to kind of stay contained within like a general area here. So this is Direwolf20 signing off on episode 79 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Hope you enjoyed checking it out. I'm pretty happy with this taint production machine here that we've got going on. We turned off the diamond line here, so no more ender pearls are going in. I don't want to have like too many of them sitting inside here. I think it might be a problem if there's too many ender pearls hanging out. But otherwise, I think we're doing pretty well. Alright guys, seriously, hope this was fun for you, and I'll be back next time. Take it easy, and don't forget, episode 80, got a world download coming up. Alright, now take it easy.